most of the time Bhagavan is there, sir, but sometimes most crucial times, sir, he gives haath. He disappears, sir. Lot of difficulty, lot of problem. And Swami said, why do you pray and why your prayers do not reach me? To ask a question. How many of us pray regularly? Please lift your hands. How many of us pray regularly? There's nothing to feel shy about it. We all do and we all know. I'm saying pray regularly. I'm not saying meditation. I'm not saying bhajans. I'm not saying that. Okay. Out here everybody prays regularly. Now another question I would like to put up. Do our prayers reach God every time? Does God reply to our prayers every time? Sir, difficult question. Not every time. Most of the time Bhagavan is there, sir, but sometimes most crucial times, sir, he gives haath. He disappears, sir. Lot of difficulty, lot of problem. What to do, sir? Prayers don't reach him sometimes. So what is the reason for that? Is it because Bhagavan has got hair around his ears and we have to shout to be heard? Or we remove his hair and then, Bhagavan, Bhagavan, please do this. Why is it that our prayers do not reach? Swami used to ask us this question. So, I want to relate to you a small experience. When I joined Swami's college, it used to be my routine that after evening bhajan, I used to get out of the Prashanti Nilayam Mandir and where you have a gate now, there used to be a Dashavtar gate, and opposite the Dashavtar gate used to be a beautiful white marble statue of Lord Ganesha with a red background around that garden circle which used to be there, just in front of it. So after the bhajans would be over, the meditation session would be over, I would go down and bend down in front of Lord Ganesha, kiss his feet, do little pad seva, and ask two things to him. I would say, Lord, please give me Vidya and Sadbuddhi. I used to ask two things, only two things, Vidya and Sadbuddhi. Why Vidya? Because I used to think, Swami has said, knowledge is that ornament which nobody can take away from you, which nobody can steal from you. Knowledge is power. If you have Vidya, you are a person whom everybody will be seeking and you will be able to give Gyan to so many people. So I thought, well, as a student, Vidya is the primary thing I must seek. And why Sadbuddhi? Because I thought, if Sadbuddhi is there, if discrimination is there, if good sense prevails on me, I will walk the path as shown by Swami every time. So I would continuously go on praying to Lord Ganesha that, Lord, give me Vidya and Sadbuddhi, Vidya and Sadbuddhi. Now this process kept on going for 2 long months. One day Swami thought, enough is enough, yeah. These people keep on going asking all kinds of things from me. So one day Swami thought, let me teach all these fellows a lesson. So Swami took us all for an interview. One fine evening, the sun was just going down. Lots of birds were twittering on the trees which were there in the ashram because we were sitting on the sands and Swami would come and talk to all of us very often. And that day Swami took us all for an interview and made us all sit in a semicircle there. Some senior boys, some of us. And then that day Swami's discourse was purely on prayer. And Swami said, why do you pray and why your prayers do not reach me? Then Swami looked and he gave various reasons, beautiful reasons why your prayers do not reach. And then he gave a beautiful example of writing a letter to Bhagwan. He said, if you write a letter to Bhagwan, a beautiful letter, you have a beautiful envelope, you write a letter, my most beloved Bhagwan, my humble pranams to you. Swami, this is my problem. Swami, I want to relate to you this. You write, you seal that letter, fold it, put it in an envelope, seal that envelope, write down to Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba, Post Office Prashanti Nilayam, District Anantapur, Andhra Pradesh, pin code 515134, and you mail it. And then Swami asked us, would this letter reach me? So all of us shook our heads, yes Swami, the letter would reach you because the address is correct, the sender has written his name, the letter is inside. And Swami said, no, the letter is not going to reach me. So we looked at Swami, why? He said, the most important ingredient is not placed on that envelope. He said, what is it, Swami? Swami said, that 5 rupee postage stamp. If you do not put a postage stamp on that letter, I can refuse that letter. I will not accept a letter which does not bear that postage stamp. Similarly, why does your prayers do not reach me every time? He said, because you do not put the postage stamp on those prayers. So we asked Swami, what is that postage stamp? And Swami said, postage stamp is personal sadhana. You must do bhajans regularly. You must do, even if it is for 10 minutes, a session of meditation. If you do not do personal sadhana, you will not get what I have come to give you. What have I come to give you? So we said, Swami, moksha. Keep quiet. What will you gain if you do prayers and meditation? Swami, we will gain you. No. But Swami, you only said that in Kali Yuga, if we do Namasmarana constantly, we will get God. Yes, you will get God. But what is it, the direct ingredient you get when you do prayers, when you do bhajans, when you do meditation? Then Swami said, what you get is Chitta Shuddhi. And when you get Chitta Shuddhi, after that individual sadhana, the personal sadhana, your prayers reach to me like an arrow. Nobody can stop that. And I have no reason why I will not respond to it. So you must never miss out on your personal sadhana, come what may. This is the direct hotline which Bhagavan had given to us. And then he asked us a very material question. You know, I have such a great following here in Puttaparthi and around and everywhere throughout the world. But all those devotees, you know, they are all like beggars. So he looked at Swami, they are like beggars? Yes, they are all like beggars. Why, Swami? Why are they like beggars? They are constantly asking me worldly things only. Somebody asked me for money. Somebody asked me for posting. Somebody asked me for a car. Another person asked me for a bungalow. Another person asked me for getting married. One who's married, then he wants a child. One who has a child, then he wants a boy child. When he has a boy child, then he wants a marriage. When he wants a marriage, then he has this problem. When one person has one bungalow, then he wants two bungalow. If he has a scooter, he wants a car. If he has a car, he wants a bigger car. And one who's probably an officer wants to become a commissioner. One who's a minister wants to become a chief minister. The chief minister wants to become a prime minister. There is no dearth of people who come to me and keep on asking me only worldly things from me. He kept on doing it, and we all shook our heads. Then he looked at me straight in my eyes and he pointed out like this. But there are some devotees like this here who do not ask any worldly things from me. And then he said, no. So my God, it was like, you know, somebody had picked up a spear and thrown like this with that jolt. Swami said, but there are some devotees here who do not ask me worldly things. Then he said, no. I said, just folded my hands and said, yes, Swami. There are some devotees who ask me Vidya and Sadbuddhi. Odura, you asked me Vidya and Sadbuddhi. No? Swami did like this. With all that love which Bhagavan could muster. And I looked at Bhagavan with tears flowing from my eyes. Swami, what is this mystery? I am praying that to Lord Ganesha, and that prayer is reaching in that window at Bhagavan's this thing, where Bhagavan is saying that you are asking me for Vidya and Sadbuddhi. And then Swami asked me, why do you ask all these worthless things from me? Huh? Worthless thing? Vidya, Sadbuddhi. Material things I understand are worthless. But Vidya and Sadbuddhi? Swami said, do not ask any worldly things from me in your prayers. Never ask any worldly things from me. Don't ask even Vidya and Sadbuddhi. Shall I tell you what you must ask in your prayers to me? Now that was a moment of suspense for us. We all nudged forward, and now we all surrounded Swami. Some of us caught hold of his feet. One person caught hold of his hand. And you know, we were so close. Swami, please tell. Swami, please tell. What should we do? What should we ask in our prayers? Swami said, as devotees, you must never ask anything from God. What must you ask? Swami said, in your prayers, you ask for me and me alone. When you ask for just me, remember, in my hand, I have car, bungalow, posting, ministership, money, marriage, children, Vidya, Sadbuddhi, everything is in my hand. When you ask for Bhagwan Baba, you get everything. But if you ask for money, September 1979, I still remember. Bhagwan told, do not ask for any worldly things. And my dear brothers and sisters, trust me, From that day, I have never prayed for any worldly thing in my life. I've only prayed for the Lord and Lord Himself. And as a mother, she knows what a child desires. She knows even before the child says whether you are hungry or you want to be dressed or what is it that you desire. Never has it happened. He has given you everything what your heart would have desired without your asking, because you are constantly asking for Him and Him alone. And then Swami gave a beautiful example. He said, look what happened at the war of Mahabharata. When the war of Mahabharata was to be fought, Lord Krishna had to decide which side was he to fight on. So both Arjuna and Duryodhana came. Duryodhana came and sat near Lord's pillow, and Arjuna came later and sat near Lord's feet. When Lord got up in the afternoon, the first thing he saw was Arjuna, and he looked at Arjuna. "Oh Parth, when did you come?" he asked. And Duryodhana cleared his throat. "Lord, I am also here." Then he said, "Oh, please come in the front and sit." And then Swami related the story. He said, "Lord, you know our purpose of coming here. We want you to inform us on whose side will you fight this war of Mahabharata." Then Swami said, "This is a dharma yuddha. So I am not going to take any weapons in my hand. I will be there on one side, absolutely unarmed. And on the other side would be my army, my armory, my horses, my elephants, my camels, and everything whatever you want. So who's going to take the first pick what that you want?" Now Lord had already sowed those seeds in the heart of Arjuna. But Arjuna did not have that first chance. The first chance was Duryodhana, because he came first. So Duryodhana thought that there can be no bigger warrior and no bigger warlord than Lord Krishna. But if he's not going to fight, but if he's not going to pick up the arms, what is the use of picking him up? He'll only be there as an advisor. So I have many advisors. Let me take his army and armory and all the elephants and horses and all those things. So he said, "Lord, I think I will take on your army and everything. I think that should be it." And Lord, hearing this, Arjuna fell at Lord Krishna's feet and he said, "Lord, I just want you by my side. I just want you, Lord, because if you are there on my side, I know it will be Vijayi Bhava. I know, Swami, I know this." And Swami said, "Look, history shows that when Lord Krishna fought, or Lord Krishna was on the side of the Pandavas, they got the kingdom. They got fame, they got name, they got Vidya, they got Sadbuddhi, they got the Gyan of Gita Gyan." Who got this? Arjuna got it. The Pandavas got it. So Swami said, always pray for Lord only in your prayers. So dear brothers and sisters, so many years back, Bhagavan had implored this call. Those of you who are into His fold should also know, maybe Bhagavan wants each one of us to be reminded again that in our prayers, there can be nothing more important than praying for Him and Him alone. Because He has everything in His hand. If He decides to open that hand, He will give you the world. And I have seen over the last 40 years of my stay with Bhagavan, that to each person He has given what he wanted, what he desired, provided you pray with a sincere heart. So I implore all of you that develop this habit of personal sadhana and do not miss out on this habit of praying regularly to Bhagavan.